absolute power corrupts absolutely. And ultimately, everyone needs checks and balances. And I think Luke is learning on the job about leadership. But the good thing about Luke, there is a humility about him that allows him to listen and learn.
What's up, everybody? It's Karen Mahorn, contributing editor to SYFY WIRE, and we are here live in New York at the Edison Ballroom at the Marvel Netflix Luke Cage Season 2 premiere.
So obviously, you know, last year we did something that no show has ever really done, where here we are, we got Shades and Mariah outliving all these ruthless villains at the top of the perch, Luke Cage going in cuffs, and here we are.
Mariah she's still same with Mariah. I mean, she's trouble. She still thinks that she runs Harlem. She thinks that she has Harlem's best interest, and ultimately it's not the case. She's dealing with some familial issues that you're going to see. There's a new character introduced, and I don't want to tell you too much about it because, I mean, well, this is going to be, so listen, she has a new daughter, let's be honest, and the daughter comes in the scene, and we find out that she has a past that she doesn't want to deal with. So ultimately, I think she has her own issues, but she, again, is in Luke's way, and the genders are completely different, so they're fighting for Harlem as usual.
Anyone that watches this will trade in any conflict they've ever had with their mother than the one that Tilda and Mariah have.
It is no joke.
It is heavy, it is dark, it is painful. It explodes on screen because she's so dynamic, obviously, and these scenes that we get to do and talk about things as heavy as incest.
Shades has built and created this crime boss and really lifted her to a position he wanted it to be, while he sits there and does all the nefarious stuff behind the scenes. But people get their own thoughts, and things happen, and relationships take on new levels. And we really get to explore this incredible relationship, and they're really, to me, the Bonnie and Clyde of the MCU. And I get to do it with a legend.
It's fantastic, and we, you know, I was saying before, we don't see enough of really powerful, strong, ambitious African-American women on American television. I think Cheo is fantastic at writing those women. I often say Cheo doesn't know how to write a weak woman. It doesn't matter if she's Asian or African-American, or it does not matter. He's interested in full, rich characters. And that, of course, is important to all of the storytelling we see in Luke Cage, but especially to the women.
What's the one thing you want us to come away from with Tilda? Because is Tilda a good guy or a bad guy? Good girl or bad girl?
You know, I think at her core, as most people, we're good human beings. Sometimes we make poor decisions, or we make decisions that we know are not the best, but we think they're for the better good of the masses. And I feel like the choice that Tilda made was she thinking was to protect the masses, and that means you have to sacrifice one lamb, you know?
Harlem is mine.
Is Bushmaster a bad guy? Is he really a baddie?
No, I consider him to be a hero of his own story. You know, I always say, like, we always say we know what we're going to do until we put in a situation, you know? And if you're given some of the tests that he was given early on, you know, it's hard to say what you would do, you know? And his tests were pretty darn rough.
And it was very physical. Do you have physical training? Do you have, like, because was that you doing backflips? I
did the majority of my stunts, but I didn't do any other flipping. I mean, insurance reasons, you know, you gotta, you know, anything can happen when you flip, you know what I mean? Flip the script. But yeah, I love to get physical. I got in there, I worked real hard, worked with Sideswipe, Matt and Alvin, and we got it done. But if you look, you see me, it's me.
Speaking of fighting styles, you know, we have Matt Mullins, our stunt coordinator, who was on Defenders, who did Luke Cage Season 2, and I think he did a great job. But going back to Luke, Luke has powers, and he's starting to really learn how to use them efficiently, partly because he's just getting better at it. He fights more, and he's also dealing with Danny Rand, who's picked up some moves from him, you know, a little more martial arts moves. So it's really cool. And then you see Bushmaster come on, and they fight in two different styles. You know, it's like Bushmaster has sort of a capoeira style, it's sort of kicking and stuff like that. And you watch the way, you know, Luke is more of a boxer, stand-up guy, and ground and pound. So it's going to be really cool to watch those two square off.
What should people be taking away from Luke Cage Season 2, this season?
Oh, power, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And ultimately, everyone needs checks and balances. And I think Luke is learning on the job about leadership. But the good thing about Luke, there is a humility about him that allows him to listen and learn. At least that's where he starts out. We will see how it ends.
There's nothing like this on TV. I mean, we just got to stop pretending and faking the funk like there is. There's nothing like this.
There isn't.
This is, this is combining things that everybody loves. We got hip hop, we got history, we got culture, we got New York City, we got history of Harlem, we got legendary actresses in Alfre Woodard and Reggie and all these people that are on it. We got people who have tenure, we got talent, we got a show that is a true ensemble that goes back and really fleshes out the relationship of all these people, goes into their history. I'm tired.
All I'm going to say is this. If you're going to stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast to watch this show, watch the first 2 episodes and get some sleep, because if you get to episode 3, you're not going to sleep for the rest of the night.
What?